There we go.
Okay, Rada,
Yeah.
you are very pretty. Her weight looks pretty good.
Hello. Oh, good. I'm
Yeah,
glad you think so.
you,
Hello. Hello. She's very sweet.
wow. All right. So kind of tell me a little bit about what after you saw everything at the gathering and what you would want to kind of proceed forward with her. And is there anything in particular that you want to address with her?
Yes, yes. So, um, actually, I came home and I immediately did, I think the night that I got home, I tried to do the 4 questions with her. And not that I'm qualified, but I felt like I don't believe she's been traumatized, but I felt like I needed to go back and tell her you know, like a good story about her childhood. I think she may have been uh, taken from her mother. Like her mother was at the farm, she was a broodmare, but I think she may have been taken a little early. And I don't know, she did a lot of releasing and a lot of um different kinds of releasing than I've seen her do
Okay.
before. And I felt like that was really good. And I also felt that, there are certain things that I have felt that she needed a little bit of anchoring with the safety and comfort, like when we go for walks and things like that. She's tends to be reserved until um when she was younger. This is a story, but when she was younger she used to bolt.
Okay.
And so she tends to be very slow, and then she's like, I'm gone. So we worked for several years on developing our relationship, and I think that's really good, but I think she also still has some I think she's not so confident, for example, walking out of the barn or walking away from her friends, which is normal. And so I've tried to do like the anchor with her when we at various times. And another thing that I've been working on with her is leading is often an issue, and she tends to not want to move, and that's probably because of me somehow. um but so I've been doing what you said, holding the rope on my outside hand, and just trying to be very deliberate uh about trying to make a phone call, and
Okay.
then make an image, and then say, okay, let's go. And probably 80% of the time she's going for longer than she had been. But sometimes she doesn't, and she'll still like kind of pull her head the other direction. Hi, sweet. And and she's just not sure about it. Like particularly when we first leave the barn. Like
Okay.
that's the hardest thing, is leaving her stall, leaving the barn. They're out all night, so she's not in her stall a lot. And the other thing that I know she needs some confidence building in is at the mounting block. Like I've just been trying to stand on the mounting block with her. And if I reach my hand over to the other side, she just gets um uncomfortable with that. So I've been just trying to stand with her and have my hand with her, and model soft confidence.
Okay.
And yeah, and that, I think that's actually helping her. Um so I guess one of my big questions is, how do you make a phone call, and how do you know? And another question that I had is, like if I'm out here working with her, I'll try and go through the four questions with her, but I'm not really clear on how can I tell that she's finished doing, telling me everything. Because sometimes she'll just she'll go into this really deep state of relaxation, and do I just stand there? Or, I mean, I feel kind of bad if I'm like, okay, well, now we're going to go move around,
Okay.
So,
So let me clear up that one first while we're on that topic here. Um,
okay,
so the
let
four
me get,
questions that I go through the whole, all four of them, I only do that once in a while. Like
okay, okay,
I may, because you can see how much they go into that deep processing. And if you go
yes,
to that deep processing, then you can't go ahead and ask them to, let's say, go writing or do something pretty much that, they've got to be thinking about and being very aware, because there's going to be a whole lot of neurological changes that happen during that, and they may not feel like they're totally themselves or in their body. So
okay,
it
so
would,
helpful. Thank
yeah.
you.
So
Okay,
the first two of those questions, anything you need to show or tell me, and are you breathing? I can ask those every single time when we meet. Those are kind of
okay,
how we start the day, if you want to think of that.
okay,
All right. And uh, when she gets good at the understanding the four questions, and maybe we'll do some of that today too, you shouldn't have to do them a lot. You may only have to, let's say you're at the mounting block and she's a little nervous and all 4 feet went out of, in a different spot. You may ask her then, are your pieces connected? Are you breathing? Are you
mm-hmm,
in alignment? You may rapid fire those off and pause for a minute and see if she goes into checking herself and going, oh, you're right. I got a little upset. I got out of my body. I reconnected everything. Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
okay,
Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay.
So, well, I'll be able to watch this. So I think I got it. I think I got
Okay.
it. Yes.
This is hard. It's such an intuitive process, so it's often hard to um, go through all the possibilities when I'm at a gathering of what could happen and when you're going to use them. Because really, at that gathering, we have a chance to just introduce some concepts rather than get into um, more application of them.
It
So,
was so informative. I mean, it was jam-packed with information. It was
oh,
wonderful, really wonderful.
good. And we will see you. I think we've got that follow-up Zoom next week at the beginning of the week. So, um,
Yes, on Monday, I think.
okay. But what we can do today, if you're game, we will go for
Hmm.
as long as she goes, and I won't charge you extra. We'll go for half hour, 45 minutes, and then we can plan another time. Don't pay me. We'll just go back and kind of finish up what we didn't. So I kind of like to do a two-parter when it's the first time we meet with a horse. And that way
Okay,
you have time to kind of play with a few of the things that we did and then come back a week later or something like that. And then we can revisit things, or you can come up with, oh, this didn't work or that worked. And why is that?
okay.
So you'll be able to have time to process and figure out what's going on here. So I find that's a little better than just going, oh, we got an hour and then I leave you hanging. Um,
No, that sounds really nice. Thank you very
okay,
much.
awesome. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's see. I think what we'll do is, since I like to do it with all horses when I start with a new client, is just have us go through all the four questions so I can see what's
Mhm.
going on and if there is
Okay,
anything. And then
okay,
we can go from there. So
okay. So maybe shall I remove the hay? I just,
yeah, we'll remove the
okay,
hay. And then
okay,
while you do that, I'm going to go get a drink of water, a glass.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Rada, I'm gonna move your hay. There you go. You can have a bite. There you go. Here you go.
She's like, I'm gonna finish every last piece.
She
Oops.
loves the hay. She's was like, I know what you're going to try to do to me. She may be in season. She was in season
Oh,
yesterday.
oh wow. It looks
So
like it's super nice where you're at.
it's really nice. Yesterday we had our first, we had, it hasn't been raining much. Um, and yesterday we had our first rain in about 5 weeks or something like that.
Oh
And
wow.
it's been 80 degrees every day. Today it's like
Oh,
65.
oh my goodness. Oh my
Can
goodness.
you have two
Oh,
more bites?
yes, you can
Okay.
have it. You can
Yeah.
finish up. We'll let her get situated here. And as she's finishing up there, how does your breathing feel for you? Have you practiced that? Is it
I have been practicing it. I think I mentioned at the gathering that my asthma had started acting up for like the first time in many years. And I think I've got it under control. And I've been, I I typically I've been trying to when I start with her do like spend a minute of slow breathing
okay?
and so I think I'm okay, but if I sound like I'm huffing and puffing, it's just because of it's just because of the asthma.
Okay.
Here,
All right.
let's
And I don't want
but
to, if it's bothering you to breathe that way, let me know, because we can come up with something else. But um the most important thing is if you can keep your breathing at a regular, smooth rate. Okay.
I will try. I think one thing that I've noticed is that let's go over here, Rada. Is that I uh am not smooth about exhaling.
Okay.
That I kind of am going,
Okay.
and I'm not sure. So I'm gonna practice.
Okay.
I'm practicing.
All
So
right. And I don't know if it bothers you to do that. I mean, it's because it's kind of interesting how with asthma, some of this triggers a little bit of things like your body going into preservation. Nope, can't breathe that way. So let me know if anything is hard or something, and we'll figure out a
okay.
way.
I'll just if I have a hard time, I'll just probably yawn. That's
Okay.
kind of what I do.
All right.
So
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hold space on this end. And
okay,
um, this is really interesting because I always find sometimes that the remote ones work better than even in person. And
interesting.
yeah, we gathered some data the other day on a virtual call with, I had a veterinarian that's working with me, and she had a heart rate variability monitor on the horse. And
Oh,
as I changed to an energy of serenity and the gratitude energies, it went from a 70 heart rate variability, which is not the heart rate, right?
yeah.
It's a measure of how much the body is in relaxation and parasympathetic.
Uh,
So the higher the number, the more relaxed. So when I went to Serenity with this horse from my end, it spiked from 70 to 100,
oh wow.
like immediately.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like this is going to be really fun to do this study to oops, she's already telling me something. So let her show me. She's already
Okay.
on question number one. Okay, right.
Okay.
All right. She says, I do have stuff in the back end. All right. So we're just going to say, okay, I see that. So she went to question, is there anything you need to show or tell me? Okay. So
Okay.
she's there. Okay. And what you're going to do is just say, yep, we see it. You can let that go when you're ready. You don't have to hold it. And, again, it may not be anything big traumatic things that we're looking at or that she's telling us about. It can just be daily stressors, it could be something she has held for a while. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to go in and see if she can tell us where she generally holds that. Okay. We're going to just breathe here, see if she's ready to release that. Okay. Let's see if she goes back there again. Yeah, she's back showing. Okay, I see it. Okay, she's gonna go. Well, I don't know. This is so weird to have a remote person seeing me. Okay. Okay, Rada. Anything else you need to show or tell us? And I'm going to go in while we're doing this and see through my body scan if there's anything coming up. I'm getting a little bit of tightness in my chest. And you can say if it's yours or hers. I'm also getting hot in my face. Interesting. And she's
Hmm.
letting go. Thank you. Good job.
Yes, she is.
Good job. Okay, so something in the back end. Okay. She's like, this lady knows stuff when I tell her. Okay. Huh, this is interesting that I'm getting very flushed in my face, very hot. Is that what something
I
going
could
on
be her.
with you, Rada? And we're just going to say you can let that go when you're ready. You don't have to hold that. Okay.
Should I anchor here or follow her?
You can just stay in the same general spot and just
Mhm.
kind of tell her she's in your mind, you got this limit, you can walk around me in this space.
Okay.
We'll just kind of let her figure out what she needs to do here.
She just passed gas.
Oh, good. Good job. All right. Thank you. You're doing good there. I know. Anything else you need to show us? Right there? Okay, and I did get a little bit like it would have been about C1. Um,
Okay.
all right,
Oh,
so we'll just tell her she can let that one go when she's ready. And again, we're just working at that spiritual,
mm,
mental, emotional, energetic level. Oh, good. Good job.
mm.
Energetic level. Good girl. She comes over and goes, hi, dude. Yeah, you did good. Thank you for showing us. Yeah. Okay. You're doing really good. Okay. And if she touches you, she can be telling you where you might be
Mm.
holding something. So you tell her, thank you.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because often they do a scan on us or they'll come and point out things.
Mm.
Hi. Yeah. Okay. And really, I'm not got a little bit of tension just in my neck, but other than that, feels pretty good. So I think she's not really noticing any big things.
Good.
And that kind of tightness in my chest has gone away. So it might have been hers and she released.
She's biting the fence.
Okay, she maybe has something else there. Tell her she can let that go when you're ready. You don't have to hold that. Is that normal behavior? Or, oh, there's some.
Uh, she does get a little bit, uh, I would say sometimes she will just in here, she will bite the gate or the fence if I'm kind of not doing anything with her. And she's like, why am I here?
Okay,
I think. I think.
okay. So that was interesting. Did she release any after she bit the fence there?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think
Let's see.
maybe she.
She was kind of releasing gas, it looked like, while she was doing it. So
Hmm.
it could be a little bit of stress of whatever you got. Well, okay, so now she's talking. Okay, I'm watching her ears. You got stuff back there? I see it. Yeah, you can let those go when you're ready. She always looks to you. It's like, is it okay? Okay, so she's got a pretty interesting pattern for her releases. So when we ask her something and she identifies it, then she walks off and does her little
Oh, interesting.
whoops, right? So we kind of look for these patterns because they tell us whether or not we kind of hit on something. Okay.
Ah,
So it's almost like a repetitive thing now that she's done every time when I've asked a question.
yes.
Then she shows me, and then I say, oh, I see it. And then she goes and kind of walks off and look like he's
Mm-hmm.
looking. Okay.
She's
So,
like, what's happening here? Why do I have to stay there?
yeah, you're okay. And I have to say, sometimes the four questions work better when you have a third person or a second person actually holding space and asking the questions. It's kind of like family counseling, you know.
Right.
You can't resolve something between the two, and then you have to go and
Right.
independent party, hold space. Uh,
Yes.
so, okay. All right. So while she's kind of
You
processing,
want you want to look at her? Want me
she's
to?
fine here. She'll wander back over. We'll let her do it when she's ready.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask you to kind of assess her breathing. What do you think about her breathing?
It's not very shallow. I mean, I can see it up in the front part of her chest.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Is it fairly regular?
I think so.
Okay.
I
This is
don't necessarily have a very good sense of rhythm, but I think
okay.
so.
All right. That's good. So we're gonna go through and I'm just gonna, when she comes back up, I will ask her that next question if she's breathing.
Here she comes.
All right. Are you ready? And
Mhm.
and again,
She's
we can
sniffing
go
the
back.
tripod.
We can go back to the hi. Yes, you finally came over to say hi. Thank you. Thank you. You're just very beautiful. I know. Okay, let's see what she does here. Okay. So now she's like focused right on that flank or her rear end on this side. So I'm just going to look at it and say, oh, I see that. I see that one. You can let that go when you're ready. You don't have to hold it. Good job. She's doing
More gas.
awesome. Awesome
Yeah.
job. Okay, so that really told me she's now like really participating good and she's licking and chewing. Perfect. Good job. And look, she's kind of squared up. It looks like she's trying to there. Good.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Look at you.
Girl.
I know. What a good job. She's like, this is the funniest thing I've ever done. Okay. And then when she comes back into frame, I'm going to ask her the breathing and just define it for her. And then you shouldn't have
Okay.
to do that again unless, oh, okay. She's going to use me as a surrogate to let go of some stuff. So I was just yawning. There we go.
Yes, and I can see in her eyes she's processing something.
Okay. We'll give her a
Mhm.
moment then. Yeah, she's got something coming up because,
Trying to eat a little grass at the edge of the
oh,
arena.
okay. So she may have skipped to the next question. Um, so we'll
Mhm.
just
There
go.
she goes.
There we go. Hi.
Mhm.
All right. I'm just going to kind of imagine
Mhm.
the breathing pattern for her, and then you can tell.
Okay.
Um, yeah. She's like, this is so weird.
Uh-oh, going
Uh-oh.
down. Good
Wow, I
thing
can
she,
really see your each grain of sand.
yes, she is not a spooky horse.
Uh,
Oh, oh
Clearly,
God.
that didn't bother her in the least. That's okay.
No, not
You
at all. There she
You
is.
are so adorable. Yes, you are.
She is a
Okay, this
sweetheart.
is perfect now. All right, I'm just going to
Oh,
ask her if she's breathing, and I'm just going to show her the pattern as the air comes up from the ground and through your back legs, through your body. Oh, good. All the way through your body. Good. Is that bugs or is that?
that was some licking and chewing.
Oh, good. Okay, so
Hmm.
yay, we got a full breath there. All right. So
No, she's back.
essentially, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say she's back towards the gate. Her hay is just on the other side of the gate, so
Good.
she's like, "What is this?
Oh,
You're so
wow.
mean."
She's going to be one of those that sends me a lot of stuff. So I'm start yawning and my eyes watering. So this is pretty interesting. Good,
Yeah.
good job. Good girl. Look at you go on point.
Hmm.
Good
Hmm.
girl. Okay, I'm going to go one more time through the breathing while she's standing there. Are you breathing? Up
Oh,
through the belly.
sorry. I moved.
So yeah, there's a little bit around the breathing that she's, okay, good job. I'm just showing her the pattern of the breath going all the way through her body, out her nose, under the ground, back up through her back legs, or back in through her body, down her neck, out her nose. And so when I was tracing that pattern, I just ask her, are you breathing? And then I show her on my end a nice big
Okay.
full breath that goes through her body. And so, good girl. Does she look like she's processing now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, she's thinking about this. Because now I'm showing her what it feels like to have that big full breath go through your whole body, connecting everything energetically. Isn't that cool? Yeah. You are such a good girl with this. So when we first asked her and she went and walked away, the first time sometimes it feels funny to them, I think, to feel that energy go everywhere. And then
Hmm.
and they're going, oh, I don't know. And then they go, oh, wait, this does feel really good. I just felt her go down a notch. There, good job. Good job. So, is she blinking still?
He was. Yep. Hmm.
Okay,
Can
good.
you see her?
I can't see her eyes,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm just that's why I'll ask you a question if I can't.
Yes.
Yeah, good girl. Oh, there was some stuff to let go of. Good job. She went back on point. Good girl. Oops. I still feel like she holds tension right behind her pole, like it's
Yes.
like a C1 or C2. Um,
She
really at the top. Um,
she might have had a, she's the kind of horse who would have had a pullback. You
oh,
know,
okay. Oh, she just
I
oh,
haven't
okay. You just
not,
answered that question. She just answered that question. Yes.
okay.
She touched
Okay.
you and then she licked and chewed. So that's how
Okay.
you know you're communicating something. That was an
Okay.
obvious yes answer. So that
Okay.
makes sense then to what I'm feeling. It doesn't feel like it's really bad. It's just that it's it's like the muscles have gotten tenser in that spot. Um,
Well, and also
good
because yeah,
oh,
she's
good.
yawning a lot. Yeah.
Good girl. There she goes.
There
Good
we go.
girl. She's going to
Oh, what
try
a
to
good
release your
girl.
shoulder. Yeah. Good girl. You are so smart. You are letting go. Oh, what a good girl. What I love, Elizabeth, is she's working on herself. This is so cool.
Well, my nickname for her when I got her was actually EB for emotionally balanced. That's why
Wow.
I picked her because she just was so
Wow. She
chilled
knows
out.
how to do it. And I think this is something, you know how you've held something for a long time and you kind of, oh, that feels better. Good job for
Yes,
letting that go, Missy. That you've held it so long it becomes what you think is normal.
right.
And there we go. Yeah, good girl. I'm so proud of you. You are so awesome. Yeah, I see. And it's connected way in the back, isn't it? Good job.
Oh, yeah, what I was going to say is that she has to eat all of the hay unless she's out in a grazing muzzle. She eats almost everything from a hay net.
Wow. Hi.
So that's kind of rough.
Yeah. You're so cute. I know. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Whoops, there I am going again. Oh, no, I have a different view.
That's hilarious.
You
I
need a new
know.
perspective on life, lady.
You silly girl.
You are so cute. What an adorable. Oh, and she's
She's
got such nice soft eyes. That's
yeah.
awesome. Look at you go. Wow. You are doing so awesome. Okay. So I love that, what she's done. And I figure like it's just a process. We keep asking those questions and then she gets into the thing like, oh yeah, I just have to look at that and let it go. That's cool.
Okay.
And it gets faster and faster, and pretty soon you don't, I mean, you come out and you ask one question, they yawn and they go, yep, good to go.
Okay.
So, um, again, for a while, you'll ask her, oh, that came back a little bit on the, okay, I'm just gonna kind of show her how I'm breathing that out, letting that go when it comes in. It's coming down more, I would say, closer to her where her neck ties into her shoulder,
Mm.
on the right side.
Okay.
All right. These
That
are,
I know
oh,
that
go,
that I was just going to say that was really tight. I have she's never had body work done. But a woman who is a um mechanic bio she came and said that Rada's shoulder was very tight, but she couldn't really do anything to
okay.
loosen it in the time that she was here.
Okay. And so because of where we're working right now, we're going to assume then there's a pretty high probability that this has a big emotional component to it because that's
Okay.
part of the body we're working on right now. So a lot of times you can adjust or uh, massage that area, but it will come back to tightness again unless that emotional charge is gone. So I'm gonna,
Yes. I believe that because the only time really that she will pin her ears at me when I try to touch her is if I touch her shoulder.
okay.
You
So
know, that's the only time. And she doesn't do it 90% of the time, but when she does, which is unusual, it's because I've touched her shoulder.
and now she's showing me more her chest area. So I'm gonna say I see that. I see all of that, and you can let anything in there go if you want to. Or are you giving heart energy? Yeah. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Oh, there she comes back. She's like, no, no, I got something there. Okay, I see it. I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I feel it. Yes. Good job. This is so much fun because she's so communicative. You've done such a good job.
Thank you.
This is so awesome. Okay. Do you have any on that side that you need to show me? Not too bad. Right there. Okay. Again, it feels like I'm not feeling it in my body, but she's kind of showing me the left shoulder there. Okay. I know I see that. Thank you. All right. Do you hold stuff in there? Yeah, you can let that go when you're ready. Yeah, it's awesome. You're so awesome. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Okay. While she's standing here, I'm just showing her how to kind of breathe all of that tension out. Oh, there's another spot she wanted you to see somewhere back there. Just tell her you saw that. Now you can let that go when you're ready. Yeah, yeah, you can. Wow, this is so cool, Elizabeth. Wow, 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 wow. Good job. It's so funny how she was so nervous at the beginning and now she's like, I like this. I like this
Yes.
game we play. This is pretty fun. Let's see if what she wants to do. Right there. Okay, I see that one. Right there in the very back end. Okay. You
She's
can
gone back and she's
chewing.
she had a little bite of grass and then she was playing for a sec. She's chewing.
Okay.
She's she's I
Hmm.
think she I think she let go of something and
Okay,
is
good.
moving on.
Awesome. Yeah, there's something,
Mm.
I just kind of, this sounds awful. Like I felt like I had indigestion, like I wanted to belch here and like something just let go here on my end.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's good. This is pretty cool. Okay. Shall we go and ask her that? Let's just ask her that next question here. Um, if her pieces are connected. And again, I'll define that in my mind from this in, like connect your feet to the ground in the back. Connect all your back end pieces together through the middle part of your body, to the front, to your neck, to your head, and to your brain. So for me, I just defined for her what that meant. It's like connect energetically all the way through your body. Good job. Yeah. Okay, I see you got a little bit of stuff that doesn't work back there. I know, I see it. Yeah, more on that right side. Okay, yeah. She's like, I never thought I didn't have my pieces connected, but maybe not. I see. So is this flies going on?
There's a little bit of flies, but I think it's just, a little bit of agitation.
Okay, so this
Like
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
She's coming back online
Mhm.
energetically. That's what I would say. She was kind of perplexed with, are my pieces connected? It's almost like it's firing now, like
Hmm.
places that were kind of turned off
Mm,
before, and
it
they
could be.
started coming back online. And she's showing me that same shoulder. So you just shut that one off a little bit. Yeah, you can do it. I'm just going to imagine one more time here that
She's
all the
passing gas.
good, good girl. I'm just going to show her energetically coming back online, connecting all of the parts, connecting yourself to the source on the ground. Okay. Connecting through your body. Communicating to every part. There we go. Yeah, it
You
seems
got it.
like when I check in with myself, I have a tendency to want to tense up in my shoulders and my neck. So I would say that's
Hmm.
probably where she's gonna, like it's kind of defaults back to that holding tension in those spots.
Mm.
So, but she lets them go right away when I put focus on them. So it's like it's just going to be reminding her not to hold the tension there. There
Well,
we
and that makes sense.
Okay, good girl. You are such a student here of this. She's like, I love this stuff. It is so
She
fun. Okay.
very good.
So now we've defined what the connection is, and now I'm going to ask her if there's any pieces that are missing, anything that's missing in your connection to yourself. Any pieces missing. If you have missing pieces, you can go find them and put them back in where they belong, where they were when you were born. Oh, this one, I went to take a breath, and you know how when you cry, you have that kind of
Hmm.
inhale, it's like
Yes.
like that. I just
Yes.
got that when I went to inhale. So there is something missing. Was it
Oh,
nurturing? There's a little bit of nurturing. Yeah. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna kind of switch to that energy. We've been kind of during this holding just really just the breathing and neutral. I'm going to switch to a little nurturing right now. See if is that a piece that's missing? Yeah. Okay, you can go find that piece. And I would say, like, maybe next time if we do this,
Oh.
oh, there we go. Wow. You are quite the processor. I think she scared herself with that one. It's like piece just came back online. Oh my, good job. All right, good girl. Yeah.
I love the way that she's just looking at you.
I know. Isn't this so cool? She is
Hmm.
totally on. I can tell that you've done a lot of talking with her and connection because we can have this conversation and she's like on it. This is so cool. If only everybody did this, Elizabeth. Wow.
I try.
You not only tried, you did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Okay. So there's something around the nurturing. Good. I know. I know, baby. I think what we'll do next time with her is we'll go through that story. We'll go through a
Okay.
nurturing story for her. Does that sound like good? A good thing to do? Yeah. You are so cute. You're gonna love stories, I can tell.
She does.
Yeah. She said she loves stories about Bob, but I don't know who Bob is. Bob.
Interesting.
That was interesting why that came up. I don't know any stories about Bob. Sorry. Well,
He had a brother that she lived with for a little while until he was sold,
hmm,
but I don't know his name.
hmm, it doesn't matter. Yeah, good job. Right. You have, yeah,
There she goes.
good girl.
She's on point,
Oh,
standing square, but her front legs are a little bit apart.
okay. Yeah, she's still kind of showing me this shoulder. Is there's something in that? Okay. And we're gonna address that next time, but I'm gonna leave her just with this missing piece was some of the nurturing, which may be from what um could have been from the weaning, from the wean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I guess maybe I can send you an email and not talk about it in front of
yeah,
her, and tell you what I know about her.
okay. That sounds good. And it's woo, yeah, there's something in there because she's okay, we're gonna explore that next time. Okay. We're gonna go look at that. I'm gonna finish this one up with going in and seeing if she's got any extra pieces. We'll just finish all the questions here and then next time we can explore the story.
Okay.
All right, so do you have any extra pieces that don't belong to you? If you do, you can let them go. You can give them back to whoever gave them to you. You don't have to hold them. You don't. So I got that tension back in my neck during this. And I can say it doesn't hurt. It just feels like, you know, tensing of the muscles is all it feels like. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it just that question kind of made it go back to that place again in my body
Hmm.
of tensing the muscles. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. She got a little bit of twitching in her muzzle.
And
Little,
her
yeah.
legs were twitching too.
Okay, so there's some extra pieces. You can go turn those back
Mhm.
in, give them back to whoever gave them to you. They're not yours to hold. And you can make a pact with her if you want that she doesn't have to hold anything from you. What's I always tell them what's mine is mine, what's yours and yours is yours. You don't have to hold my stuff. Look at how straight you got. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't been straight all session until right now. It looks like she's more um, coming out straight from her neck and that equal weight on that right side. Much better. Good job. So I'm just going to fire off the question. You got your peace of mind connected? I think you do. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to show her what it's like to have alignment. I'm going to ask her, are your pieces in alignment? Again, it went back to that tension. Interesting. Okay. Every time I do it on my end, I'm going back and resetting my body. So I don't like entrain to her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you notice anything. Does she cause you to go into tension in your shoulders? Or have you noticed?
I haven't really noticed, but
Okay.
I know I've been trying to do BTMM with all of them,
Uh-huh.
just getting them to lower their heads and walk in relaxation. And if I get her walking, she will go there.
Okay.
But when she's on her own, she can't seem to find it.
Okay, which makes complete sense because again, balance through movement is good, but it doesn't work on their own ability to do it. It's almost like you have to
Right.
manipulate them into it. And
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
want her to start to say, I could find that on my own, that alignment piece. You can do all of the alignment with the BTM by just modeling it for him and
Okay.
energetically like giving, I hate to say that, but giving him the pictures and like
Okay.
showing them how to balance their body, like within yourself, you balance and you show them and
There she is.
that
She just found it.
good. Okay. So it's so helpful. This is going to be one of the things that you practice on, like when you're leading and different things.
Okay.
Lead in your balance point. Find your balance point, find that relaxation point, and you're going to walk in that and you're going to model for her. This is how we are, this is how we walk.
Okay.
Okay. And you should be able to do it without ever physically touching them. And in that
Okay.
case, they're doing it themselves. They're finding that place themselves instead of being placed there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Yes.
nothing wrong with placing them there, except that you're always going to have to do it. That's
Right.
that's the trap.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to send this out. I'd probably make a lot of enemies by saying that, but it's
No, well, I know that the woman that showed me, she said the goal is for them to, realize that it feels good and find it themselves.
yeah,
And my ECVM horse has found it
good.
and she loves it, but
Well,
Rada's having a harder time.
look at you go. Good job. You're letting go of some of that. Good girl. Good job. There we go.
She's swallowing.
Yeah. Good job. So me just thinking about that on this end of the recording and modeling it here, she's picking it up. It's like, oh,
Okay.
you're right. That's how we could do it. It's like this is so it seems magical. It's really, I think it's really cool. And that's why I want to do some of the science studies of
Yes.
like hooking me up, hooking the horse up to stuff, seeing that this is for real. Like you do not have to touch them. And it's actually kind of better, I think, when we don't interfere. At least this initial. I'm not, there she goes on that shoulder, like trying to reset some stuff in here. Okay, I see
Hmm.
that. Good job. I think that when they do this themselves, it empowers them. They feel
Yeah.
they feel good about themselves. There you go. You got it. She's like, I love this stuff. It's like an energy massage. I know. And you can do it all the time. Oh, I'm what a pleasure it's been today with you.
Oh, good.
Thank
Well,
you
thank
so
you so
much.
much.
And we're gonna just we're gonna leave her at that balance point. It feels like she weights her left side more than the right. So
She
I
does. She
okay,
had a little bit more rotation on her right side, on her right front than
okay,
the left.
okay.
And she didn't have a lot, but I didn't I had no idea. And so it may have been hurting her for longer than I knew.
Right. And then as
Mhm.
just that compensation, then she started just to walk differently. Yeah, you got it.
Probably. Yeah.
So we'll see if yeah, good job. I'm gonna show her the stretch. You got it. Good girl. So the best that you can do here, everything you do, lead with that awareness of equal weight on both of your feet. Like you're gonna,
Okay.
are you in alignment? And you're
Okay.
gonna walk and model that. And we'll see
Okay.
if she can start to go, oh, you're right, I haven't been over on that side. Okay, there we go. When it goes into alignment, I'm just showing you this, I get a little bit of a stretch down my that long muscle in my back,
Mm-hmm.
more toward the sacrum. So
Okay.
it's probably that it's shortened up something along in that side because she's contracted there. Um,
Uh,
pulling it up. So I think it's like when I show her that she feels like she feels that stretch. That it's a little
okay.
uncomfortable, but it's not bad. I just notice it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good. Good job. That's so cool. All right. You did so good, my friend. Okay.
She's a
All
good
right.
girl.
So I'm just going to make a note. I on my I take notes here sometimes here. The left's, let's see, right side's not as weighted as the left, right? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can kind of see if there's change over time. Okay, I'm going to say there's some tension I feel in my shoulders and neck. Okay, I see that. So I think she's showing me now that place along her spine, like the long muscle. There you go, where it feels okay. And I'm just going to kind of imagine it just stretching nicely and easily. Good. Just stretching that muscle. Good girl. Okay. She really came around though. It's so funny because at the beginning it was like, I'm not all that interested in doing this. And then she got into it.
She
Oh,
sure did.
wasn't that fun? That was
Yes.
super.
You
All
had fun.
right.
You
Thank
had
you, Missy.
fun.
And you
You had
end up on point?
fun.
You
She did. She
did
is right
good.
now. She
All
did.
right. Can't ask for better than that.
She's a good girl.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This is
Oh,
wonderful.
this was awesome.
And
Okay.
now she's pawing a little
All
bit.
right. We'll
What you
let her,
gonna do?
you can let it
Maybe
go
she
when you're
wants to roll.
ready. Yeah, she can do whatever she wants to now if you want to let her go. And she,
Okay. And she's licking and chewing.
oh,
And
good
there we
girl.
go. You're such a good girl.
Wow. That was just so much fun. That was awesome.
You're such a
Okay.
sweet
So,
girl.
what we'll do, I'll send you the recording of this one. It's on my private YouTube channel, so only you have the link to it to watch, but
Okay.
it's always there. So,
Thank you so much. That
yeah.
is wonderful.
And I should have it. It depends on my internet every day. It should upload pretty quick. I should have it by the end of the day, no later than that. So,
Okay. Good.
then
Well,
let me stop the recording here. Hold on.